Well, the weather here today is not playing ball. We have heavy rain. The pitch underfoot may very quickly become soggy and difficult to play upon, and the players will soon be soggy themselves. It is more than damp, and this will examine the fibre of both sides. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We stand for the national anthem of France. Well, that was impressive. Match that. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
And already we're underway here. And that's the keeper's ball. Looking for options for movement. Rafinha! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And we have our very first corner. Rafinha goes short, and he's gone backward here. And now a sudden chance to counter. Rafinha gets into a good position. He gets big moment, massive goal!
What a super start, a total shocker for the opponents. Talk about how to wrestle control. That's how you do it.
A great delivery and a finish to match.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
France are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Can he get on the end of this? Rabiot gets it away. Chouameni. Brazil leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. It's Dembele! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And that's played in low. And that should get the job done. And Upamecano. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Upamecano is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, this looks sharp. He's a sharp little ball here. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Swung over. Now it's Martinelli. Looking to play him in. Crosses it in. Upamecano is there, and he can get that clear. And this is Neymar! Just off target. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Lucas Paqueta. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Now who's going to be first to this? He has found a way through. Takes a shot! And he hits the net! France are back on level terms. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
France grab the equalizer, and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Mbappe. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. No, that's been intercepted. Saliba. Rabiot. That looks a decent ball. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Rabiot. Looking for the run. And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Lucas Paqueta. Over to the left. Now it's Martinelli. Oh, red. Nice interception. Rabiot. Rabiot is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Upamecano. Chouameni. And it's Camavinga. Martinelli. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Nice defending, it's got the job done. Marquinhos. Half-time getting close now. And here's Paqueta. That's very neat. Camavinga did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, he's been caught napping. Tries the cross. That's a decent clearance. Dembele.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Now it's Neymar. In with the challenge. Dembele. Played into space. Good ball over the top. And now they can clear their lines. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The score 1-1. And that's the second half started. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Lucas Paqueta. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Rabiot. And it's Hernandez. That's a good ball out wide. Olise. That'll be a throw-in. Olise has it out wide and in space. Chouameni, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Rafinha. Nicely weighted ball. Upamecano cuts it out. Koundé, Camavinga, now it's Mbappe. Well, that has not gone well. Now it's Mbappe. That's a delicate pass. Lucas Perry breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Lucas Paqueta. Oh, the less said about that pass, the better. Camavinga. And it's Hernandez. Oh, it's Dembele. Chouameni.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a
Just about up to the hour now.
96.847 espectadores.
Spread out to the left. And here's Neymar. Lucas Paqueta. It's come to nothing. So time for change. And this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile. The man pulling the strings.
Brazil are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. That's been cut out, well played. Linton. And it's Guimaraes. Caio Henrique. Olise has found the net here, of course. And he's managed to get free. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. It's a straight red, he has been given his marching orders. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul. Olise! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Olise is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Camavinga, played into space. Olise picks it up out wide. Decent chance! And he's there to clear it. Olise receives it in a good position. It's Rabiot! Now, what has happened here?
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Gabriel. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Rafinha. Can he get it through?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Cambio de jugadores en Brasil.
It's their second corner of the game. Rafinha with the short one. He's in a great solid goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And it's Enrique. Nice control. Good ball, good Joe Linton! Goal, Brazil! And they're back in front. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
El dorsal 7.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Savinho to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of, go make a nuisance of yourself.
Brazil take the lead.
Well, it's great commitment on show here.
And he shoots! It's come back out to him. And it's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Bruno Guimaraes. Linton.
Brazil clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
It's Dembele! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Dembele fully appreciates that he could have won it then, and now he'll be all the keener not to lose it.
Gabriel clears it away. Oh, it's come loose. He might be in here. Oh, that's clever. Savinho hit into the middle, and the keeper beats it away. Rabiot played out to the left flank, and he was quick to react. That has been slung wide.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of move.
He's had a shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Cambio de jugadores.
So there's going to be another change here. Barcola getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
And here's Mbappe, strokes it back. Gabriel promptly onto that. Doué! And that has fair fizzed.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Pinches it off him. And it's Guendouzi. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Neymar. Savinho purring through the gears. Barcola. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Barcola. And he's had it nicked away. 5 minutes to add.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Now it's Mbappe. That is good strength. Now it's Neymar. That is good alertness. There's the whistle, and it is going to penalties.
Well, both managers would have preferred not to go this far, but here we are. It's about nerve control now.
So we head for the final act. It will be penalties. Neymar is over the first kick. It's a tame penalty, straight at the keeper.
Oh, he never looked comfortable over that, did he?
Up steps Mr. Dependable.
Well, you can't approach a penalty with any doubt, or you'll have to rely on luck.
Brazil are looking to him to tie things up.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
Doué is the second man to step up for his team. Oh, it's saved, pretty much straight at him.
Well, he didn't hit that with any sort of conviction, and it's an easy save in the end.
The third man in the queue. Denied! He's made the save!
Oh, he never looked comfortable over that, did he?
Rabiot will take the third penalty. Big character, big moment, big save. Joelinton comes up, their fourth taker.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there and executed it perfectly.
Hernandez is the fourth man to step forward for them. Oh, what a save!
Oh, that's a super save from the keeper.
Caio Henrique just needs to keep his nerve here. Oh, he saved it!
Oh, look, the only consolation he can take from that was the fact it was on target.
And that has lifted the roof. Brazil have won it by the barest of margins. Two sides more or less inseparable until the final kick of the ball from the spot.
Well, what a way to finish a long, hard match. Those players can be really proud of their effort to have come out on top. That was far from easy.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.